What's going on, champions? This is your boy Julien Stoutt, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, world record powerlifter, special education teacher, health teacher, here to take the fear out of fitness. Guys, I know in the past I have done videos about gym creeps, and gym creeps are both come in the form of males and females, right? And if you were not privileged in watching my last video about that subject matter, I defined gym creeps as men or women who try to garner attention from any person in the gym, whether it's unwanted attention. All right? So, for instance, the girl who feigns being looked at and being appalled by being looked at, or makes false accusations of being looked at. So give you an example, a woman might be squatting, guy might be looking at her, not necessarily in attraction, but maybe to make sure she's safe in terms of her technique and her form. And woman acts as though he undressed her with his eyes, or in fact, even better yet, literally tried to undress her. And she reacts with such vitriol, it is over the top. It's such an over the top reaction that, and I'm talking about the initial interaction, is such an over the top reaction that it becomes a nuisance. And on the male side, the gym creep is the guy that literally stares at a woman, not for the sake of safety or the sake of protection, but for the sake of his own pleasure, and then goes on to harass the woman or young lady into trying to get a date with them or to try to garner some sort of interest with them. And I'm here to tell you, we've got the latter in this video. This video is infuriating to the nth degree. This guy is 24 years old, and he's hitting on a 17-year-old. Weird, right? He's hitting on a 17-year-old, and the appalling things that comes out of this man's mouth is infuriating. So I'm not going to belabor this any longer. We're in flight and class is in session.
I'm not a nice person when you try and come on to me while I'm working out after I tell you I'm 17. Are you out of your f***ing mind? And then you have the audacity to tell me to get out of a gym that I have a right to use?
17 is legal. I never said...
Get your head out of your ass and don't speak to me that way.
Listen.
Don't put your finger at me.
Respect older people.
Oh, respect older people. So when it comes to going on a date with me, you're not that old, but now I have to respect you?
I just said, let's go out normally, like normal.
I don't want to go out with you.
Okay.
Especially after you tell me to get the fuck out of a gym that I have a right to use.
Because you told me you won't go and approach me. Who are you to tell me that?
Who are you to come on to me? And I feel like you have a right to come on to me.
This is useless. Go home. Go home. Go home.
Watch him talk to you.
Go home.
Then get your ass kicked out of the gym. Yeah?
Listen. Go home. You understand? Go home. Tell your daddy what the fuck you want to tell. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, listen. I'm done with you. Like, bro, I'm not gonna talk to any of you. Yeah, you're right. Because you give me trouble. You give me trouble. Okay? This is all you do. You're good for nothing. Get out of here.
Good for nothing.
I'm gonna talk to you. All right? You're invisible to me.
All right. You heard it. First of all, this dude had the nerve to say 17 is legal. Legal. 17 is legal. Okay. Had to look it up. It is true. In certain states, 16, 17 is legal. But here's the deal. If you know your state law like that, to that degree, specifically because you looked it up to go hit on 17-year-olds, Your life ain't going so hot. As a man of any age, obviously I'm 46 years old. Ain't happening with me. I'm also a teacher. Definitely ain't happening with me. I'm married. Definitely ain't happening with me. But the point is, any guy that has to look up the age of consent beyond the carnal knowledge of everyone knows that 18 is the cutoff point. If you then try to dip into the deep end of the pool, so to speak, where you're trying to find out the deepest extent to where you won't be prosecuted by the law, you have a problem. Okay? Now, he's hitting on a 17-year-old girl. She already... Guys, let me explain something to you. And this is for the men out here. I'm explaining this to you. If a woman turns you down, not only in earnest, but she also turns you down by telling you her age, that means it's non-negotiable. There's no hope for you. If I were single and hitting on a woman or hitting on a female, and the female turns around and tells me I'm 17, that's like a rattlesnake rattling their tail, trying to tell you, back off, I will bite you. And biting you in this sense, proverbially, is you will get in trouble. I will tell my family. I will tell the owner of the gym. I will call the police that a 24-year-old jerk is hitting on me. I told him how old I was, and his response was, it's legal, as opposed to apologizing. And because I understand that the eyes of a 24-year-old may be clouded by the young lady he sees, by thinking that he is on the same age plane as her, because you haven't seen enough youth in your life to know the difference between a youth that is young enough to be with you versus a youth that is not in your age range. So I get that. But when she tells you I'm 17, you run. Full disclosure, I have friends that are 21 but look 15. They're 21 but look 15. And needless to say, that you wouldn't... I know how old she is. And if I were single, I wouldn't even try, because it looks so awkward. Do you understand what I'm saying? It wouldn't even be, it wouldn't look right, let alone be right, even though she is of age. 21, she's able to drink. And the reason why I say friend is because they're friends of the family. All right? Not just my personal friend. All right? But the point is, it just looks wrong. And as a result, if it looks wrong, it is wrong. More than likely. All right? And this jerk even had the audacity to get enraged when being turned down by a 17-year-old. Dude, how lame are you? How lame can you be to get bent out of shape for being dismissed by a 17-year-old? How pathetic is your life that you had to throw a tantrum? And to be honest with you, I hope she told her dad. And I hope her dad came down right down there and handled you quite often and quite well. I just hope he did. At minimum, I hope you were charged with harassment at minimum, truth be told, because that is a form of sexual harassment. When a woman tells you no, fellas, it's no. Period. Full stop. That's it. If a woman tells you she's 17 and you pursue after she tells you she's 17, hello, McFly, you better hope it's legal. Because you're in a world of hurt if it's not. Because, newsflash, there's other states that the carnal age is 18. Period. Like it's supposed to be. 16 and 17 is all, weird territory. All right. Also found out through research, because when seeing this video and hearing this jackhole say 17 is legal, found out, which is appalling, by the way, a 12-year-old can be married to whomever, as long as there's parental permission involved. I teach in the middle school. I don't see any 12-year-old capable of being someone's spouse, male or female. Okay? It's wrong. That law should be off the books. Just saying. It blew my mind to find that out. I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and none of them are marriage material. I don't look at a 12-year-old, you make a good wife. You make a good husband. Right now. I know that there's personalities of people, young adults or young people who have a personality that if they continue that personality into adulthood, yes, they will make a fine wife, or yes, they will make a fine husband. But at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, really? No. It's weird, gross, should be thrown out. It should be burned. I don't understand why that law is not burned. I don't understand why these laws aren't destroyed where they stand. They need to be. And for this asswipe to feel entitled to chastising a woman, a young lady, about respecting her elders when he's hitting on her, because he doesn't want the negative backlash that's coming his way for even attempting for a second time, because clearly that wasn't the first time he tried to hit on her. Because nobody says what she says when it's the first interaction. She would have probably said, "I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I have a boyfriend. Sorry, not interested. I'm too young for you. I think I'm a little too young for you. You're probably a little too old for me." Something to that degree. I am 99% sure she tried to lay him down gently, but he got back up and came back like the zombie he is, and now she had to try to take his head off. And then in the process, he tried to take hers. Getting mad and yelling at her, go home, throwing her out of a gym that he doesn't own. And I'm glad the young lady left safely. And instead of, trying to hold on to the principle that she has every right to be there, because she did have every right to be there. She has every right to be in there, to be in the best shape she can be in for whatever reason she chooses. Whether it's to be attractive, whether it's for athletic purposes, whether it's for health purposes, or all three, or all of the above. She has every right to be inside of that gym, working out for the betterment of her health. And if it's because of idiots like you why women don't go to the gym, I promise you, I would love to throw y'all out if it was happening at my gym. If it was happening at my location, I promise you're getting thrown out. Don't let me see it. Don't let me see you. I mean, and when I say don't let me see you doing it, I mean, if you're attracted to a woman and you want to shoot your shot. But once she tells you no, if I find out or I hear that you're still pursuing, after she said I'm not interested, my man, you're getting thrown out. Ladies, to cover this base real fast. If you are the type that will get upset that a man is looking at you because you are literally doing the most in the gym and they're looking at you and you want to then treat it as though it's the sin of all sins, you're getting thrown out. Just so you know, it ain't a one-way show. All creeps get thrown out. We're here to work out, enjoy each other's company if we choose to. You have every right to work out in solitude, but you have every right to feel some sort of belonging to the location that you work out in. And if you feel like you're a part of a group of people that seems to get along well, and people are then trying to make it out to be tries to make it out to be more problematic than it really is, then we have a problem. 100%. All right. I'm gonna land this plane real fast. Guys, no means no. No doesn't mean keep chasing. I know that there are women that I've seen on social media say that they want to see if a man is going to go out of his way to go after her because it's an ego boost for them. They want to feel like that they are the most desired woman on the planet. That they are most desired and you can't live another moment without them being in your presence. There's a lot of women out there that believe that, but fellas, it's a new day. Chasing is over. You don't chase a woman. You let her know you're interested. After that, it's up to her to let you know it's okay to pursue. But if she tells you, I'm not interested, I have a boyfriend, I'm 17, shut it down. Turn around. Walk away. Period, full stop. No equivocation. That goes to my youngsters all the way to my oldsters. If she's not interested, she's not interested. If she says she's not interested and you walk away and then she tries to change your mind, that's a strong gray area, my man. I personally would just let it go. She would then have to make it her business to pursue me. At that point, speaking from the single man standpoint, even though I'm married, speaking from a single man standpoint, she would have to pursue me if I pursued her and she rejected me. I'm not going back. I'm not calling back. I'm not asking. I'm not begging. I'm not pleading. None of that. It's over with. No, bye. I apologize. Thank you for your time. I won't bother you no more. I'll go back to my workout. Might admire you from afar, but I'm going back to my workout. I'm not bothering you anymore. And that's the way it should be. For everybody. And hopefully you guys are listening so that you can be the best you. Guys, if you like what you heard, go ahead and click the like button. If you hate what you heard, click the dislike button. I'm good with both. Go ahead and click the subscribe button if you are interested in anything else that I have to say, and click the all notifications button to get every bit of information put out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. Have a nice day. Be the best you. Class is Stoutt.